Hi, my name is Jay from 24voltmod.com. Today I'm going to be demonstrating our replacement three-way pickup selector switch blade style for Strat style guitars. It's completely solderless, compatible with active or passive pickups, and if you can use a screwdriver, you can replace your blade style switch in your Strat style guitars. It features screw terminals for easy connection to the wires, or if you're using EMG quick connect system, it also features a pin header, and you can use the EMG quick connect cable or our own 24 volt mod cable that plugs straight in and can hook up to your EMG power bus. Like I said, this is not for just active pickups, it's for passive as well, and it's easy to install or replace. If you're replacing an existing switch, you'll need a few tools to start. You will need some wire strippers to strip the wires and insert into the screw terminals. You also need a few extra short pieces of jumper wire to hook everything up. If you're using the EMG quick connect system or our 24 volt Trinity quick connect system, you will use a wire like this that'll plug into the pin headers. If you're using your existing guitar wiring, what you'll have to do is to remove your old switch first and then cut and strip the wires and identify where each wire should plug in. We include a wiring diagram with this. This is a three-way version. We have a five-way version coming soon. And installation is very, very simple. So I'm going to take you through the process. I don't currently possess a Strat style guitar, so I'm going to have to demonstrate it out on my bench. First thing you're going to want to do is identify the wires connected to your old switch. And I'm going to show you a typical wiring diagram on the screen now. There's several versions of a three-way switch out there, so your diagram may be different. It's very important that you identify which wire goes where before you attempt to hook up the new switch. Once you've identified the wires going to your switch, you want to cut them at the switch as close as you can, and then strip about 1/4 inch of the insulation off the wire. You're going to need a little piece of jumper wire to jumper two pins together on the screw terminal. So once you've identified, cut and stripped your wires, you're going to twist a jumper wire to each pickup selector wire. Our wires use a color code of black, red, green, and white. Black being for ground, red being for the neck pickup, green being for the middle position or the output, and white being for the bridge. The wire colors in your guitar may vary, so be sure to identify the wires before you cut them. Also, make sure you have enough extra length to be able to hook up to the switch. I got a demonstration wire here that I'm going to show you. Once you've identified and cut your wires, you're going to want to take a piece of jumper wire and connect it to each pickup selector wire and then make a little U with another end stripped off. Each terminal is labeled on the board, but you also have a diagram included with the switch showing you. The first two screw terminals are for ground wires. You can connect your ground wire here for your switch, and if you have an additional ground like your bridge ground or something, you can connect that to this one, or you can twist them together and connect them. It doesn't really matter. This is slot 1. This not going to be used. Slot 2 and slot 3 together have to be jumpered for your neck pickup. That'll look like this. So you want to start by opening the necessary screw terminals. We know we're going to need one ground, so we're going to turn the screw head counterclockwise until the terminals open. The terminal opens from top to bottom, which means as it's opening, you'll see it moving down. Once it moves all the way down, that means the terminal is open. So we're going to open the first ground terminal, and then we're going to open position 2 and 3, and then we're also going to open position 4 and 5 for the output or the middle position, and then we're also going to open 6 and 7, and that'll be for the bridge pickup. 8 is not used, 1 is not used, and we have an additional ground that we're not going to use. Once you have them open, go ahead and take your ground wire and insert it into the ground terminal of the switch. Once we have that in, we're going to go ahead and tighten the terminal by turning clockwise. Just making it snug. Be sure not to over tighten, and give a gentle tug to make sure the wire's in there firmly. Now we're going to move to positions 2 and 3, and we have this red wire that we've jumpered with another piece of wire, so we're going to take the main portion of that, and we're going to insert it into position number 2, pushing it in fully, holding it in place, and we're just going to tighten by turning clockwise. Once you have it snug, just give it a gentle tug, make sure it's in there. Now we're going to take the jumpered end and we're going to insert that into pin 3 on the switch. Once you have it in, turn the screw head clockwise until it's tightened. Now we'll repeat the procedure for the green wire or the middle position. Once we have pin 4 screwed in, we'll go ahead and move the split end over to pin number 5. Insert it and tighten. And we'll give it just a gentle tug to make sure it's in there properly. And we'll repeat the process with pin terminal 6 and then pin terminal 7. Once you have all your connections complete, it should look a little bit something like that. You don't have to make the jumper wires that long. I did it for the demonstration of this video. You can cut them as short as you want them to be. And then you can install your switch back into your guitar cavity, and that's how you install the blade style switch, replacing an existing switch. Now if you're doing a new installation or using EMG Quick Connect system, process is a little bit different. You'll have to run the wire for your guitar however you want to run it through the cavity. If you're using the EMG Quick Connect system, these wires will already be jumpered. You won't need to do anything there. Only thing you will need to do is to plug in the terminal header into the pins of the board. And we include a diagram showing you the pin header layout on the board. Pin layout is going to be as followed: ground for the top, out, neck, and bridge on the bottom. So when you plug in your Quick Connect cable, just follow our color code. If you're using our wire or EMG's wire, they use the same standard code: black, green, red, white. So black would be plugged into the top and white would be down at the bottom. And you can plug that in like that and then install the switch in your guitar, and then you can make your connections to the EMG power bus, or you can strip these wires and hardwire solder them to any control pots or anything that you want to hook them to, or you can screw these into the EMG power bus if you're using EMG pickups. We also offer this switch in a toggle style if you have a guitar that uses this style of switch. This is part of our Trinity Solderless series, and we also offer the Trinity Easy Active Pickup Install System for installing Fishman Fluence or EMG or Seymour Duncan active pickups. Completely solderless installation system for those pickups. We thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know. And you can pick these up over on our website, 24voltmod.com. Thank you so much. Have a great day.